Our annual meeting is taking place against the most complex geopolitical backdrop since 1945. But still, the global economy has been very resilient. We do expect more than 3% economic growth this year. And last year, we were a little bit more bearish. We were concerned that we could end up in a situation where we could see slow growth like we saw in the 1970s. We are seeing now that trade is growing slower than the global growth, but there are potential additional growth engines, like the investments in the frontier technologies, that can, if we do it right, if we're able to collaborate together, we can also lead to substantial economic growth in the decades to come. But of course, we do need to avoid major conflicts, and that's why we also launched our theme for this year, Spirit of Dialogue. And I think that has also led to a lot of interest from all over the world. Also from journalists and media. We have record participation, not only at this press conference, but also in Davos. And the interest is to come together at the beginning of the year to try to connect the dots, decipher, and also see areas where we can collaborate. Dialogue is not a luxury. Dialogue is really a necessity, because many of the problems we are still faced with we need to collaborate on. Future pandemics, we're losing $5 to $6 trillion a year in cybercrime and other crime following this. So this has led to a situation where we do have historic record participation at our annual meeting. And this also opens up for huge opportunities in the spirit of dialogue. We have more than 3,000 leaders coming to Davos. We have a record participation of heads of state and government. We have 64 heads of government and state currently. This number is increasing every day. So today I can say to you that we do expect 6 out of 7 G7 leaders in Davos. This is historic. And we are also expecting more leaders from the emerging economies than at any other point in our history. So for us, it is also important that we have the key business leaders with us in Davos. We have 1,700 business people. Of them, there are 850 CEOs and also chairs of the leading companies of the world. And the 3,000 participants are coming from 130 different countries. So that's a lot of different voices that is, of course, needed in this dialogue. And if you look at the most pressing challenges that we are faced with, I already touched on the economy, how to revive growth. We have more than 60 ministers of finance, economy, and governors from the leading economies of the world to see how we can get it right and get growth back at trend level that we have seen in the past, closer to 4% and closer to 3%. We have more than 30 trade ministers in Davos, and we know that the biggest tariff we're faced with is uncertainty. So we also need to figure out how we are going to trade with each other in the future. And we have seen also that trade has been pretty resilient